Hello people of the internet, welcome back to the Armbar arcade and welcome back to Shenmue for episode 7. So if you remember last time we had our tickets stolen by Chai in the arcade and eaten, so we're going to go to the Asia Travel Company and ask them why there was a guy who looked like Gollum in the arcade instead of Jimmy to give me my ticket. We're going to bust our way in. Look, the door moved, it's open. Rio, look,
Who the hell is it? Hey.
It's me.
What's your problem? Damn! Stop!
Here we go. It's a chase.
Oh, what?
A QTE chase.
Ah!
Ah! Oh, sorry.
Watch out, Rio. Sorry, Ono-san.
Watch out, Rio.
Ouch! Hey, you! Hey, stop! Damn.
Now it's a three-man chase.
Hey, later, sorry. Hey, wait!
We've got to catch Jimmy. Can't let him get away with that ticket, which has already been eaten. But we got to hold him to account, I guess. Hold it.
You okay?
You okay? She's like, not really, but... Bit of a jump. I think we're still chasing him. Yes, there we go. There was no consequence to failing like 4 of the moves.
Give me my ticket. I don't have it anymore! Cut the crap! I'm sorry!
He's literally like squirming around here. It's pretty overly dramatic.
I'm sorry. An employee ran off with the money. Please don't hurt me. I got a wife and kids.
That's your problem. I still
That's
don't
your
have the ticket
problem.
I paid for.
Rio doesn't care.
Take it to the Philippines.
Great, I'll go on holiday.
I'm planning to skip town tonight. See, I'm broke, bankrupt, cleaned out. I can't get no ticket anywhere.
Quit lying! Who's that skinhead?
I don't know for sure, but I think he's connected to the Mad Angels.
Mad Angels?
Mad Angels?
Knew it.
Where are they?
I can't tell. They'll kill me.
I'll kill you.
Tell me!
The harbor.
Who's their boss?
I don't know, but they extort from the harbor workers. If you worked there, you'd meet them.
Why is that?
'Cause they always harass the new guys.
Time to get a job.
The harbor.
Well, I guess we're off to the harbour to get a job then, because, No, Nozomi, I'm off to the harbour.
Something's happened, hasn't it?
You didn't see me running through the town chasing a dude.
It's not that.
No?
Please, you gotta stay
Okay.
out of trouble.
I'm in trouble.
Fine.
Yo, but what if something happened to you?
Don't worry.
Well, it already has, sort of.
We'll take care.
Yeah, see you later.
So Nozomi isn't going to stop us from getting a job in the harbour, she's just generally concerned about our well-being. I don't think she saw us chasing the guy through the town, but maybe she did. She's just like, what happened? Well, I was just chasing a man, you know, no worries. To the harbour. Excuse me, can I have your job?
Is your company looking for workers by any chance?
Jobs? Why
Jobs.
don't you ask the site foreman?
So, where should I go?
Round about lunchtime, somewhere around warehouse number 12. If not, sorry, man.
Gotcha.
So, little note here. I had to look up, actually, how to get a job in Shenmue. I'd done it before. I've completed Shenmue several times, but this bit, I think, always is a little bit confusing. So what you're supposed to do is go by warehouse number 12 or 14, depending on who you trust, somewhere in that area, between the hours of 12 and 2:30 PM. And depending on whether or not the game decides to let you, it will spawn a cutscene with Goro, the guy who you beat up for extorting some other dude in the harbour when he first came there. He'll appear and say, yeah, I'll sort you out a job, bro. The problem being, it's up to the game whether or not that cutscene triggers. You have to sort of move away and come back and move away and come back and see if you can get him to arrive. If you can't, and it goes past 2:30 PM, then you have to wait for the next day or go back and load your save file, as I've done. And it takes a lot of walking around and trying to trigger it. I mean, I don't know if anyone else has had these sort of difficulties or if we've just been unlucky or what. But this is sort of one of my problems with the remaster of Shenmue. I mean, it applies to the original as well, for sure. I do remember waiting around in Shenmue 1 for a long time, but the thing is, Shenmue 1, on the Dreamcast, obviously, they couldn't change it. They couldn't make it so that you could skip time when you wanted to wait around. But this is a re-release. So I know, obviously, they've released it in basically its original form, which is fine, you know, yeah, that's nostalgic and everything. But, obviously, to make a re-release better, you can admit that there were problems with the original game and say, hey, look, we've added in the time skip feature from Shenmue 2, and now you can skip time, because there are some days where if you don't do things in the right order, I'm sure it's possible to get even worse luck than we've had on this run. There's some days where you have to do things by a certain time, otherwise you make it so that the next thing you've got to do adds another day on. You've got to wait until you can sleep at 8 PM. You can't sleep before 8 PM. So that means that if you end up getting soft locked out of an activity by like 2 PM, you've got to wait 24 minutes in real time, because there's 4 minutes to an hour, until you can sleep, and then wait till the correct time the next day, which is usually noon or some sort of stupid like 4 hours away time again, so that's another 16 minutes. So you're basically waiting half an hour when they could have just added a time skip feature. And, you know, with the voice acting having not been cleaned up at all, you know, some other features that they could have really improved with Shenmue, like the Yakuza re-releases. I know they were remakes, so they remade the entire game in a different engine, you know, improved it, everything like that. But they've really made the game so much better. Like Yakuza 1 on the PS2 compared to Yakuza Kiwami, there's absolutely no way that you'd want to play Yakuza on the PS2 after playing Kiwami. It's just that much better. They've added stuff to it. They've cleaned it up, they've made it that much better, whereas this is just a vanilla re-release of Shenmue, and it made me realise really all the problems with Shenmue. I mean, I loved the game back in the day, I still love Shenmue obviously, but when it was the only thing I had to play on the Dreamcast, I didn't really mind waiting several hours per day to get where I needed to go. There was a sense of mystery and excitement to the game where it was kind of new that I had to trigger these events, but now I know that it's just a case of being in the right place at the right time, or kind of strategizing what you do every day. I look at Yakuza and I think, you know what, there's hardly any time wasting in Yakuza games. Like, there's tons of stuff to do. Shenmue's got, you know, the toy capsules, you can feed the cat, but really there's not a lot to do. There's no, short of arcade games and that, there's no sub-stories really. There's nothing that isn't plot-based. So I guess what I'm trying to say here is that the re-release has really missed a trick by not adding a time skip feature to a game that needed one. Because I know it'd make Shenmue 1 shorter, and Shenmue 1 is kind of short. Like, you'd realise that all you really do in Shenmue 1 is realise that Landy has gone to Hong Kong and you need to go to Hong Kong, and if Inie-san had given you that letter at the beginning of the game, you could have skipped the entire first disc, which is mad. Like, who has a first disc that is basically irrelevant? I don't know. Anyway, that's my feelings on this. Obviously, you've been watching footage of me running around the docks. I tried 3 times to get that Goro cutscene to load. But, you know, we'll try and have better luck next episode. There is some good stuff coming up. There's forklift truck fun. There's a 70-man fight. There's Sega-esque stuff coming up that's good. So there's that to look forward to. And Shenmue 2 is far better than Shenmue 1 in my estimation. So there's all that to look forward to. Here we go. I'll let you enjoy the Goro cutscene as it actually triggers. There we go. How hard was that? Here he is.
Dude!
Oh, you.
Yo, dude!
You, my man? Got a problem? Then I'm your man!
Yeah, right.
He doesn't believe him.
I know everything about this here harbor! Whatever it is, just ask!
I need a job.
Want a job here. What should I do?
So wanna be a sailor, hey? That's cool, man!
That's cool, man!
I get seasick!
Enough.
Whoa, wait, hold up!
I love Goro's like 12 Bar Blues theme, it's
I just happen to
great.
know a number of foremen in charge of cargo!
Really?
Hey, anything for you, bro?
Can you ask?
Ooh, well,
He'll think about it.
Okay, meet me at noon tomorrow. in front of the big blue door of warehouse number 1.
12 noon, warehouse number 1, in front of the big blue door.
Right on, bro. See ya.
So guess what? After waiting around and trying to trigger this guy appearing for several hours, we've got to wait until noon tomorrow. So yeah, I mean this has probably been quite a short episode of Shenmue. Obviously I haven't edited it yet, so I don't know. There's going to be a big rant in the middle for sure. But you know, if you've liked this episode and its brutal honesty about Shenmue's waiting around and lack of direction, still one of my favourite games, but like there's issues, then leave a like. If you're new here in the Armbar Arcade, then subscribe and click the little bell to be notified every time we upload a video. Leave in the comments the most annoying things about games you like. And I will see you next time in the Armbar Arcade.